Now, how about this? Stick to coaching. That's been the strong message from a Manchester City supporters representative to Pep Guardiola after his pleas for more fans to attend home matches. Guardiola called for more supporters at tomorrow's home game against Southampton after little more than 38,000 attended their Champions League huge victory over RB Leipzig.
I think it's quite easy for supporters of other clubs to have a go at City. You know, our stadium is called the Etihad, and a bit of football tribalism, it's well known as the Etihad. The reality is our support is very, very good. And Pep was suggesting that we needed to fill the stadium for the game on Saturday against Southampton, when in reality, you know, the attendances for Premier League games at City is always capacity. I think the reality is, I think our supporter base is different. We're more hardcore, we're more local. We certainly don't have 3,000-4,000 tourists turning up for every game, which Manchester United and Liverpool will have to accept. They do have those sorts of supporters. I felt uncomfortable that he seemed to be critical of people who weren't there on Wednesday, when none of us know the real reason. City fans want to see the team play. They want to see them play in the Champions League. City fans would not buy tickets because it's UEFA competition. Listen, we're playing Wycombe Wanderers at home next Tuesday in the Carabao Cup. That's not going to be a full house.
We've got potentially the most open Premier League title race that we've had for some time. How useful is it for you to have a little dispute, if you like, with your own manager quite publicly when you are also the official supporters club of Manchester City?
Pep's entitled to his opinion about the supporters. I'm entitled to my opinion as well. I've not fallen out with Pep. I can't fall out with Pep. I don't know him. It's public because you're making it public. I'm responding to a request to give my opinion. Simple as that, isn't it?
Do you feel it necessary to respond to that? Because that does just fuel the debate, and we're just doing our job as a media organisation to reflect that.
Well, that's a bit contradictory. I'm responding to a question that you've asked me. If you think that I'm fueling the fire,
your original comments about him saying best coach in the world, no doubt about that, but maybe he should stick to that. That is a comment about what he originally said. I mean, you guys are just keeping this yourselves in the public eye, in the public domain.
Do you really think this conversation about supporters is going to have an impact on the performance of the team?
Does it help you guys having this conversation?
Oh, again, somebody's asking me a question and I'm giving my opinion. I mean, if you don't want to fuel the fire, don't ask me on and don't ask me the question. It's a bit contradictory, I think, that you're suggesting that I'm fueling the fire, which, fair enough, that might be said. But you're asking me the question and that I'm answering. So isn't that contradictory within itself? It's an opinion. Pep is quite entitled to his opinion, by the way. I didn't say he wasn't. My response was, I think he's wrong.
It might be City's relationship with UEFA and so on, where fans don't really seem to buy into that as much as, say, they do the Premier League and other competitions. But it's an interesting one. I think in Pep, what he was trying to do, you know, I think he sees it as a positive thing. But I think obviously people are upset because there's lots of, you know, there's tons of different reasons why some people don't go, and they've taken offence to that. But I don't think it's a personal attack by Pep himself. And I might sound like I'm defending Pep, but I'm not really. Because, you know, they've just played in the Champions League. They've just scored 6 goals. They've won a game 6-3. And, you know, some people missed out and stuff. And he would have loved to see those arenas full, because I think he's probably thinking that was a good show for people to be able to see. But as the head of supporters unions group has said, you know, there are tons of different reasons why people aren't going. But I think he maybe some fans, I think maybe they took that a bit too personally. I don't think that was Pep's intent.
I think those comments were harsh, David. I don't think it's, considering it's a midweek match, 8 p.m. kickoff, not everybody can get to the game. It was a really good attendance from Manchester City's fans. RB Leipzig less so, which would have had issues around travel. I think the Manchester City supporters spokesman said that Pep Guardiola should stick to coaching. Well, he's doing a very good job of that. And yeah, Man City fans perhaps don't flock in the numbers to Champions League games that he might expect, but I don't think it was a battle he should have been pitching.